Hey guys, it's me, Victoria. I'm trying a tiny mic for this video, so we'll have to just see how this goes. I just figured I'd try it and see how I feel. I've tried to make it like a little bit more cozy. Like we're in my room. I kind of try to decorate my room a little bit more so it's a little bit cuter to look at. So hopefully you enjoy. I added some little lights back there. I added these little discs. At first I was like, I don't want to decorate my room until the walls are painted a different color. But now I kind of mess with the blue. Like, I don't know. I feel like I pop against the blue. So I really am starting to like it. Like, it's starting to grow on me now. I'm trying a little microphone. We'll have to see how this goes. I don't know. This shit is ghetto. Like, this is probably from TikTok Shop. So who knows if this is going to come out good. We'll just have to see. Okay, so today the topic I wanted to talk about is the Grammys. Because as y'all know, the Grammys happened like a few days ago, and it's been having the girlies fighting, okay? Like, there are stan wars, like stan Twitter's losing their minds, like TikTok is losing their minds. It's very split down the middle, and I'm just here to give my 2 cents on this drama that we got going on. So, basically, as y'all know, obviously, we'll just get to the main point. Beyoncé won Album of the Year, and that has specifically Billie fans more than anybody else up in arms, believe it or not. Like, out of everybody, and mind you, I think Charlie XCX was in that category as well, and like Taylor Swift and Chappell Roan or something. There were a lot of people in that category, and I think it's crazy that Billie Eilish fans are the ones that are being so crazy, especially considering the type of person that Billie Eilish is. Like, Billie Eilish like respects the culture. Like, she respects the people who are in the game longer than she's been in the game. So it's a little strange to see so many people like freaking out on her behalf for this album. It's so crazy. But like, so basically Beyonce won Album of the Year, and people are trying to convince themselves and everyone else that she didn't deserve it. Like, hello, that's Beyonce. Like, that's Beyonce. Like, what are we talking about? And I'm just really confused because Beyonce's been true to this. Like, she's been in the game for decades, like longer than all of y'all's pop girly faves. Like, I'm so sorry to break it to you. And don't get me wrong, I love the pop girlies, and I really do think that they are doing their thing, especially this year. Like, the competition was competitioning, okay? Like, there were so many talented artists this year for all the categories, and it was very competitive because there were a lot of great works of art that were nominated for Grammys this year. But it's like, to sit here and say that the Beyonce does not deserve an Album of the Year over some young girl that just came in the music industry not too long ago, are you insane? Like, are you insane? And this is coming from someone that literally loves Billie Eilish down. As a matter of fact, I probably streamed Billie's album Hit Me Hard and Soft way more than Cowboy Carter. But I can respect Beyonce winning Album of the Year because it's Beyonce. And for her to make such a huge genre shift, like, that's so different from what she normally does. And she's like really pushing boundaries and stepping outside of the box. And not to mention, that album is going to be so not only culturally significant, but politically significant, historically significant. Like, how many black artists are making country music? I feel like there's not a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some, but like, it's not very many. It's a predominantly white, even more dominantly male space. So for a black woman to be making a country album, and it's something that she's never even like really done publicly before, like she's never like released anything country before, it's cool, and it's like culturally significant, and that's going to have impact. It's going to have impact for years to come. The pop girlies, and I love them dearly, and I listen to all of their music so much. Like, I love them down. But like, let's be for real. How many of them can recreate a Beyonce song? Beyonce could sing their songs, but could they sing Beyonce songs? Probably not. Let's be honest. Like, don't lie to yourself. Don't be delusional. And it's even worse because now they got people out here embarrassing my girl Billie by trying to compare her vocals to literally Beyonce. Like, and Billie's so talented. Billie is extremely talented. So is Beyonce. But Beyonce's been true to this. Like, she's been in the game for years, okay? And that she's had vocals. Let's not be delusional and act like Beyonce doesn't deserve to win Album of the Year. She should have been had Album of the Year. She should have had it years ago. And it's like, I know a lot of people love to throw on the, oh my god, she's part of the Illuminati. She bought her awards or whatever. If she did, why didn't she just buy them a long time ago when she rightfully deserved them? What people are failing to realize is the Grammys is not a... Oh, fuck. My iPad's at 5%, so we gotta do this quick. People are not understanding that the Grammys is not a popularity contest. It's not who has the most streams. It's not whose music are you hearing the most at freaking Forever 21. It's literally who is making a statement with their music, who is like pushing the boundaries, who has a good message, who has a clear message, who is like true to this.
That is power, and that is what makes something Album of the Year. There will not be another Cowboy Carter to talk about Black Southern culture in the way that it has. And we're talking about like historical, we want to have our finger on the pulse of like what is really moving the culture in certain ways. There will always be sad songs with good beats that are really good to do contemporary to, and Billie Eilish will continue to make those. But like, you do need to give your head a shake and not be delusional. I think it's sad specifically to see Black creators be like, who even cares about Cowboy Carter? What you're really saying with that is like discarding the visibility of Black Southern culture that I think a lot of Black people in the South have felt in this past year, and I think that's a weird thing for you to do.
It's just crazy to me that people are trying to say that she, and like diminish her during Black History Month at that. And not only is it white people doing it, but it's Black people. Like, there are Black people trying to say that Billie Eilish should have won Album of the Year over Beyonce. Are you tweaking, my brother? My brother in Christ, are you tweaking off a perk? Like, what are we talking about? It's just actually crazy. Don't get me wrong, I love Billie down. Like, I've seen her in concert. I know how talented Billie Eilish is. Like, I know how talented she is, and I love her dearly. I feel like also two things can be true at once. I think Billie Eilish totally would have deserved that. Like, if she won Album of the Year, she would have 110% deserved that. The same way Beyonce won it, and I 110% believe that she also deserved it. I think most of the albums in that category deserved Album of the Year. They were all, like, culturally significant, very, like, had very nice, good messages, were very impactful. Like, I feel like if anybody won, it would have been deserved. Like, what are we talking? Like, I feel like two things can be true at once. I feel like we don't have to discredit Billie Eilish to lift up Beyonce, and vice versa. We don't have to discredit Beyonce to lift up Billie Eilish. Like, not to mention, this isn't, like, they're not even the same genre of music. And mind you, Billie Eilish would not have won Album of the Year even if Beyonce didn't win. She wasn't even second place. Let that sink in. Also, she didn't even beat Sabrina Carpenter in, like, her categories. Like, what's confusing me, what's getting me, and honestly, people are bringing up the anti-Black thing, which I'm starting to kind of get why they're saying that. Like, because at first I was like, I don't know if it's a race thing. I think it's just, like, some people just, like, really sympathize with Billie because she put her, like, she really did put her heart and soul into Hit Me Hard and Soft. Like, I fully understand that, but so did every other artist with their album, and they also deserve to win. Like, two things can be true at once. It's the lesson of this video. But yeah, it's just like, what was I saying? I feel like I was gonna say something, and then I totally, like, lost my train of thought. People aren't even mad about the fact that she lost to, like, Sabrina Carpenter, who is way more on her level. Like, and mind you, Billie Eilish has been getting Grammys like long before this. Like, it's not even like she's being snubbed. Like, she's been being snubbed. Like she's not Ariana Grande. She hasn't been being snubbed. Like, she's won many Grammys before, and she will win many more in the future. I promise you that. I can guarantee you that, because she's really talented. But, like, let's not pretend like she's, like, super snubbed. She's not. She's not Ariana Grande or, like, Lana Del Rey. They've been snubbed. Now, if you really want to talk about people who've been snubbed by the Grammys, there you go. Like, there are people that have truly been snubbed by the Grammys, and it's not Billie Eilish. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, and I understand that this album meant a lot to some of you specifically, and I know it was probably like perfect timing for that album to come out in your life. But like what you don't realize is not everyone has that same attachment to that album that you do. And that's coming from me. Like I feel like this is a very like there's a difference between like stan culture and like music lovers. Like they like the people who especially the pop girlies fan bases, they are so focused on who's getting streamed the most, who's selling gold, who's selling platinum, blah 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 blah, instead of focusing on like the music and the messaging. It's like streams don't mean anything. Like I'm gonna be so for real. Like good music is good music. It doesn't matter if it has a billion streams or like 2. Good music is good music, and some good music does not get the recognition that it deserves. So I feel like being like, oh, but she streamed more, like her album is more popular than Beyonce's. That doesn't even not. And what's crazy saying that is like you're saying that like Beyonce's songs are not trending on TikTok right now as we speak. 16 Carriages. This ain't Texas. Like, are we serious? Like, are we like why are we pretending like we don't know Cowboy Carter all of a sudden? Like, I'm confused. I get if it wasn't your album of the year, I get that, but that's your opinion. The Academy thought different. And I don't have a problem with that.
I can't believe Beyonce won Album of the Year.
It's crazy. You know, that's the first time in 26 years that a black woman's won that award.
You know, my entire life, I've waited for music made by people who look like me to get awarded like everything else.
It's really cool seeing people finally seeing our art form as something worth awarding.
And even if it wasn't their favorite album, they can finally understand that awards represent much more than that, and how cool it has to be for us to witness this.
I mean, that's what we've had to do every single year.
Every year for decades. Wait, let's see what the reactions are online.
So that is definitely a lot of slurs.
Lots of slurs. And people who clearly want to say slurs, but aren't because they want to be politically correct.
Oh yeah, that's actually most of them.
Yeah, those are the people you really got to look out for.
At the end of the day, like Beyonce's album, Cowboy Carter, is going to have way more significance culturally, historically, politically than Hit Me Hard and Soft. Hit Me Hard and Soft is just, it's a good album, don't get me wrong, it's really pretty, but like, it's just another album that just has depressing songs with amazing beats, amazing vocals, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I love that kind of music, but like, let's be so for real. That's Beyonce. It's getting to a point. It's getting out of hand. I don't get it. I don't get why we're putting these two people who are completely different, make completely different music against each other, when I feel like, if anything, she should be getting compared to people like Sabrina Carpenter or Chappell Roan, like people who are way more in her league. Like, it's just really strange that we're trying to diminish the Beyonce. Like, please put some respect on her name. Like, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. So, yeah. I just think it's wild. Sorry, I already filmed this, and I literally had the microphone so close to my mouth, and it sounded crazy, and I sounded like I was, like, screaming and blowing everybody's eardrums out. So I'm trying to refilm this, like, a little bit, with the microphone a little bit lower, so it doesn't, like, bust everybody's eardrums out who's listening to this. But, yeah. Overall, I just think it's insane that we're comparing these two women. And honestly, I'm not even, like, the biggest Beyonce stan or anything. Like, but seeing all these people trying to diminish a black woman who's been in the game for years now and fully deserve this and had never won it before, like, please be so for real. Like, what are we doing? And during Black History Month at that, like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, don't get me wrong, I love the pop girlies. Beyonce can sing their songs. Can they sing her songs with her vocals? Like, can they do those vocals that Beyonce can do? No. Like, please put some respect on her name. Like, it's actually getting so crazy. Like, I don't even know what we're talking about right now. But, yeah. I hope I explained everything that I was trying to explain. If not, I will add some of the clips in my busted, audioed version of this if I forgot anything. But, yeah. Point blank period. I think two things can be true at once. I think Billie Eilish totally deserved Album of the Year. I think Beyonce deserved Album of the Year. It was just down to the Academy and who they thought, like, had a better album, and that's really all it comes down to. But I think both ladies are both super talented, super amazing, super well deserving of everything great that they get, all their accomplishments. But, like, let's not get delusional. I'm serious. Like, it's crazy. Especially, like, even the black people that are, like, saying Billie Eilish deserved to win over Beyonce. Like, like, please. Please seek help. Like, what are you talking about? But, I digress. But, yeah. Let me know your opinions on this. Please subscribe, like, all that jazz. Turn on post notifications if you want, of course. If you vibe with me like that, if you fuck with me like that, you know, you could do that. You could do just a little something slight. But, yeah. So if there are any like points I forgot to mention, I will add my busted clips. So with that all being said, leave these women alone. Stop the Stan Wars. It's getting to a point. It's really getting to a point, and it needs to end for real. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, if you've never heard either one of the albums, I don't want to hear you talking shit about the other one. Okay, period. Point blank, period. Okay? Like, because some people will be like, I didn't even hear Cowboy Carter. Then why do you have an opinion? Shut up. You only have an opinion if you know what the fuck is going on. And if not, you have no say. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. I really hope you enjoyed. And let me know your opinions on the Grammys. If you have any other things you want to talk about that happened at the Grammys, because there was a lot. Like, everybody hates that one little Benson kid for some reason. Don't know what happened there. So yeah, let me know what you got going on. Shout out to the freaking Taylor Swift fans who aren't up in arms for once. Shout out to y'all, by the way. Like, okay, love the character development from y'all, because I didn't hear a peep. I literally didn't hear a peep from the Swifties, so hey, shout out to y'all for real. And Taylor's a vibe. Thank you so much for watching.